Welcome to everybody watching the VOD. Yeah, oxygen's not bad. Hope you're doing well, Mute McCash. So I should probably put everybody's names in here. That takes effort. 75 maybe. Just on a whim, or trying to catch up for like the new movie? I hope you've been, yeah, gauging by what you said, it sounds like you've been enjoying it. Nice. Sure. I need more references to look at. Not just Tomahawk Man, especially because he's not as kosher as most of the other ones. Hey, Wolf the Woods. Got it. Yeah, I got inspired too after seeing Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, I went to see that for my dad's birthday. It was basically what I expected. Let's maybe have, hey, Mink Bones. You. You have a bit more going on, potentially, for... Yeah, and you're better to see what single color areas look like. Tomahawk has multiple colors happening. Okay. Who do I want to do next? Maybe I can try Gale Man. And what are the colors I had? Oh yeah, Gale. The Gale weapon was a nice blue and gray. Yeah, the sneeze. Right, okay. So how do I want to design a robot master around that weapon idea? Is he just gonna have like a giant mustache or something? I don't know. Because Gale is just such a cool word. Alright, let's think about this. Maybe I can do a different one first. Oh, I could do Serpent Man. Okay. That sounds like fun. I'm not remaking Robot Masters, I'm making my own. I think I do want... I do want similar eyes to Nightman's here, actually. Remaking... Oh, with a theme. So I actually thought about, like, putting the theme of... I mean, Jammer Woman, yeah. She's got a guitar that she can use as a weapon. Bolt Woman is like... the super speedster. Bouncing off walls and stuff, and can have electricity, I think, in her attacks. Serpent Man, I think, is going to have water attacks. And I do like that eye shape for the vibe I'm getting for this. Yo, Glitch, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. The Mega Man magic is happening. Hopefully this goes okay. Because I still haven't actually... Like, I'm going to be coming up with these designs on the spot, I think. I have a set of 9 names. 2 of them are going together. And I don't really have what they look like in my mind's eye. I mean, Bolt Woman, I kind of had the vague idea of a skinnier form, just like a runner's physique, and just like lighter armor to go along with moving faster, and like, you know, an extravagant helmet. And Jammer Woman is just Azure, basically. So an original character who's been around for a long time, just in robot form. Serpent Man is just going to be an awesome looking snake guy. I'm glad you like Bolt Woman. Okay, try to do a digitigrade here, which does feel appropriate. But how do I get that to look right? Oh yeah. Thank you for warning me, honestly. And I talked over it. Here, let's do that again. I'll do that again.
Burn to the ground!
Thank you. And welcome. It is Mega Man, yep. We could do like fin type things. Or horns. The ground is the enemy of Bolt Woman. Because, yes, it stops the electricity. I like whenever I accidentally get the zoom and the positioning of the canvases lined up so that switching between them is easy. Let's see. I hope everybody's doing really well. No, it's all that's really nice to hear, Ernest. All right, players. I've readied the protocol. It's time to happen. Hey, Ditherian. I love that so much. Energy level low, yeah. Sometimes it's just ridiculously tough to fight. I'm glad you like that emote. Anything special happening on the shoulders? I do kind of like the thought of less is more with this. Just focusing more on the form. Maybe the arm can be coming in like this. Tentacle arms. I think I want it to look more like the only reason I didn't name this guy Dragon Man is because I see that Mega Man Unlimited 2 is already going to have a Dragon Man, so... And... Serpent Man's weapon color is pink and orange. I don't necessarily have to match the Robot Master's color with the weapon color. Let's give him... Because I love this pink color, let's give him the pink for now. Let's just block in some color right now. So that I can, He looks like a ninja right now. And with this color specifically, he's gonna look like a Final Fantasy ninja. Oh, shoot. Actually, before I do that, I should put in a separate layer just for that color. So that I know for sure what lines are doing what. Lizard tail. Welcome. And congrats, by the way. Yeah, look. Right now, he looks like a ninja in just a giant onesie, just showing up to a kid's birthday party. So we've got some work to do. First off, we can present additional snootation. Fursuit Shinobi. Hey, Reina. I have made it through another day. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the congrats. Appreciate that. And that kind of... Thank you. Oh, interesting. I kind of put the arms on two separate things. Let's get something else going on the shoulders and see what happens. It has an axolotl vibe. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's bring this back in. Bring the palette. Quickly rising in layers here. This is actually the most complicated one I've done so far, and I'm starting stream with it. This also kind of comes off almost as... Now it kind of looks like Dracula, a Dracula onesie. Big sails on the side of their face. That's, yeah, so I guess that can work. They're supposed to be shoulder things, but they look like they're coming out of like here. Snowtation sounds like what they'd use for markup on Snowden. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going for. And we can... All Mega Man robots have to have underwear, so we'll put some underwear on him. Now... Oh my god. It's looking weirder and weirder by the moment, I have to say. 'Twas not by my hand I was crafted to slither. I was handmade by humans who wished me to... What do I do again? Pink Ninja Snake Man. Probably. Oh, yeah. That's certainly a color. Oh yeah, now he's sumo. He's a sumo boy. Welcome, Kuri. I'm struggling with Serpent Man here. Let me just go back to ones that I've already made. Just to remind myself that I can maybe do this. Oh my god. I do like the pose being different than what we're used to seeing. Let's give him gauntlets. Okay, how about this? How about this? And maybe... Careful, Mega Man. If you accidentally make contact with the back of his head, you'll die immediately. It's definitely weird. Spikes like the floor traps in Prince of Persia. It's weird not seeing any shoulder... Like, not seeing a bunch of armor on a Mega Man Robot Master. So... Let's see here. You can have up to 5 colors, usually, on a Mega Man sprite. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can think about a 5th here. I'm glad you think so. No. Oh yeah. That brings his eyes out more. It's not the armor on the outside that counts, it's the armor on the inside. Wait, no, it kind of is the armor on the outside that counts. Often, armor on the inside allows the enemy to scrungle everything outside the armor, which could be a lot of things. Never mind. No, I think you're onto something. Also, we could do highlights. Bring out the more metallic-ness. The music is doing interesting things right now. make you... No. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't look as bad as it did when I started. It's the makings of something. Don't know if I... Let's just take another look at Nightman for a moment. Okay. We've got a bit of clashing in detail in the mid-set. Like, because I have this back arm coming into the body, we got a bit of clashing. It's a little hard to parse what's going on. It's a bit better. Let's make it even easier now. Do I just make the entire tail the darker color? Yeah, we went... maybe not the whole thing. Everything is so deliberate on Mega Man designs. No. Or the tail could be that. Bring out the gauntlets more on this side. It's a thought, but I don't think that's really the style. No, definitely not. Whoops. I mean, this is what you said. Something like that. Also, I've been off-center this entire time. Let's put it like that for now. I could, but I don't know if that's how they would do it. It looks decent like that. And I could even do this. It's a thought. Yeah, funky. Rice and eggs, thank you. I am going to go ahead and do this. Foie. Yo, Neon, welcome. I hope you're doing great. Would we do... No, normally we wouldn't. Something like that. That's cleaner. Been stellar? Heck yeah, that's great. Yeah, we got the swoop going now. Okay, this is not as catastrophic as it started. I had you all in the first half. Okay, this color at the bottom is probably a little... They tend to have white on Robot Master's feet. But this is a much darker color, so maybe we do this instead. Okay, we might be onto something a bit here. I'm glad you approve of this coloration. And I just realized we got the Kurt eyes, so that's a plus. I kind of wanted to homage Kurt in some way. And these aren't really his colors, but we've got the eye markings, especially if I do like that. That adds a little bit of intrigue. We got some Fallen music now. could have some... Yeah. We could put, like, outlines. Yep, Pictionary indeed. Okay, it's still hard to read this arm, so I could bring this outline all the way in and even put it on the hand. And we could make the hands white, possibly. And then make this what I was originally planning to do. Yeah, yeah. Just white hands. Makes the arms stand out better, I think. This is a start. Yep, nice catch. Still feels a little amateurish. I think it is asking for harder outlines. I don't think Robot Masters have colored eyes, is the thing. I think they're just always the same color as the black outline. Maybe, actually, we separate that entire area. Ah. Maybe we just separate that entire area. Yep. Yeah. That helps. That helps. That helps. That helps a lot. And we don't really need these outlines here, I don't think. Yes, I'm using this palette specifically because there are some there can be different types of palettes, I think, between different NES games, and this is one that I believe is used for Mega Man games right here, which is part of why I spent like 20 hours trying to choose my favorite weapon colors. Because, like, this, I love this green, but this green just does not go well with, like, any other color on this palette to me personally, except, like, if I put it with one of the other, like, close greens. Like, if I put this green on the inside, here, I'll show you. I have to swap. This will just take a moment. Just put any different color here. I'm gonna do the orange and green again. My very young self's favorite color combination. Bright orange and bright green. No. There you go. But, like, that looks okay, I guess. But, it's an amazing green. It's so bright and vibrant and vivid, and, like, it's kind of close to the blue, which makes it just so beautiful to me. I love bluish greens and greenish blues. Turquoise is my favorite color. Like this color right here, this cyan, is one of my favorite colors on the NES palette. That's why I love the generic dudes. That's why Pretty Face Guy in my emote has the generic dudes colors. But this green, it's tough to really put it with other colors on this palette for Mega Man. I think this looks pretty good. I like that really subtle contrast. It makes it almost look like a onesie, but thank you so much for that follow. I've kind of got that look happening here. I like how this palette on Mega Man, it looks like Blue Fire to me. And that's, I think, what this weapon is gonna do. Yeah, sherbet ice cream. Yeah, like, I don't really have any planned... Hello, German bass dude or German bass dude? I hope you're doing well. Very commonly in Mega Man weapon colors, the inner color is white. Like this. It looks like this. Like the Rush Utility colors. Where it's a different color on the helmet and on the outer colors, and the inner color is white. That's the most common configuration for a Mega Man weapon color. But I just find that boring for the most part. I think that it can look great, and I tried it here with this color, but it hurts the eyes just a little bit, because you've already got such a vivid color. Like, it doesn't have to be a darker color, necessarily, for it to be easier on the eyes. I'm gonna take even the lighter version of that green and put it on, and it's still gonna be a little weird on the eyes, but it doesn't really pop into the eyes as aggressively, because it's duller. It's lighter, but it's duller. So, like, even though... Bidoo Fire. So, yeah, even though you got a very bright look here, it's not, like, aggressively bright. Because it's bright, but it's dull at the same time. It's because it's less vivid. It's more on the grayer side. So if you put a slightly Or not even a slightly darker. This is a significantly darker. Or no. Never mind. Yeah, okay. So these are both exactly as light. I'm looking at the palette down in the bottom left, which you can't see right now. They're as bright. The only difference is the vividness. It's the fullness of the hue. Okay, that's good to know, actually. But now this color is definitely darker. If we put this in, now you have like Woodman's Weapon, which looks nice. This is an official color palette often, the green and white, and I find it nice but slightly boring. It's been done so many times. Like here's probably, I think this is Snake Man's weapon color if I'm remembering correctly. I always miss. I think that's the Snake Man color. Weapon color. Airman might be this one. I think that's the Airman weapon. But yeah, my original point, let's see if I can think of another one off the top of my head. There are a lot of green and whites through the years. And sometimes, yeah, it can be a little weird on the eyes when you have a darker color against the white, but they've done that. What am I thinking here? I think Stone Man, for Stone Man's weapon, they did this. And at that point, it can get a little weird on the eyes too, because it's such a gigantic contrast. But they've done that. I think this is Stone Man's weapon palette. So, of all the colors that I've chosen in this little file here, this is the one I'm least sold on. It's just I love this green so much. I want to use it somehow, and it's tough for me to find it to go with something that is like a yes, that's it. And like this, putting it with pink is lovely, but then it's just it's just watermelon. Like I love that. I think that's beautiful. But everybody's just gonna see that and think, oh, it's the watermelon weapon. I think green and pink look so good together. But I don't know if I can do this. And, you know, what I should say is, screw what everybody else thinks. If I like the colors, I should just have it be like that. I'll think about it. But yeah, I love that green. And this is all a very, very, very long-winded way to say, yes, I am sticking to this this palette. Point to the Destiny watermelon shader if anyone complains. Yeah, if AAA games do it, so can I. I love pink and green. But I also, this I think is my favorite color combination right now. And especially, like, I was talking about this the other day in a server. What I love to do is actually make it even more vivid. I have the duller versions of those colors right now. Like, that's really nice right there. The fuller pink with the duller light blue. But then if you put the frickin' cyan in there, then you have, like, the shirt that I really love to wear all the time. There you go. That's my favorite color combination. I love this a lot. But I kind of also like the more muted. I think, like, that looks fine, but I think it might honestly be best like this. That might be the best version of this. But yeah, I went from bright green and bright orange being my favorite color combination when I was 10 to this being my favorite color combination when I'm 30. So I didn't, like... I didn't move inward or lessen my sensibilities, I just shifted them slightly to the side, basically. But yeah, I like this too. It's just I already have several colors where these are almost the same hues. These are similar hues. and these are technically similar hues. And I didn't have any colors except this, which were a color on the inner white. So I wanted to at least have this just sitting here. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. It's not... I don't even know if I'm going to make a game, a Mega Man fan game. But it's really fun to just do this right now. That doesn't look too bad. It's just been fun. It's just felt good so far to just tool around with this. Does Serpent fit here? No. But yeah, that's stuff I've been thinking about way too much lately. Is all the color work. You spread them further out if we're going by a hue wheel. Yes, my sensibilities have shifted further out, indeed. And I'm not totally sure if I am vibing with these colors. I like the inner color is the thing I'm thinking about. I kind of also like this. And then just making everything else black. This, I think, is pretty much set. What's the personality slash atmosphere of Bolt Woman? Very high energy. Very, let's go, let's get this done. Bouncing off the walls, very literally. I think that's gonna be like her AI, is constantly dashing back and forth across the room, jumping from wall to wall, leaving electric after images and stuff. I wasn't even intending... This is the newest name that I wrote down into my list. Most of these names have been sitting around since 2018. Jammer Woman was from 2018. Serpent Man... actually, I changed this one too. This was what was originally... This was originally Tsunami Man, and then I thought about it more, and it's like... For one thing, I think I want to put more animal-themed ones in here. And for another thing, tsunamis are terrifying. And that's, you know, I guess Robot Masters should be intimidating, but I think there are probably people out there who don't want to be reminded of tsunamis. So let's remind them of dragons instead. That's much more pleasant. Hey, Kingslayer, it's going pretty well. Hope you're doing great. And Gale Man was initially Whirlwind Man. I just think Gale is a cooler, like, I was typing out the names of the weapons. I have to change this one, first off, now that we're here. I have to change this one because I was just watching a TAS of Mega Man and Bass earlier today, and there was a weapon called Lightning Bolt in that game, which makes sense because lightning bolts are pretty common occurrences. So I need to change this weapon name, but... Well, I think it was Tsunami... I think this was actually Tsunami Man's weapon initially, and... Yeah, I just liked the word Gale cool... I liked the word Gale cooler. That's not a sentence. I mean, it is, but it's not the one I meant. And yeah, I can bring up the Mega Man sprite sheet. I did a surprising amount of... I guess... I underestimate myself. Because I went back and looked at all the work that I did on this, which I thought was just like... It probably was just like 2 or 3 days, honestly. This was back when I had more energy. This was 6 years ago. So I want to show you the sneeze, because I did some custom work for some of these. Most of these are just, you know, I found online. Here we go. I made a sneezing animation. For both standing and aerial. And I think it looks just fine. Oh yeah, and I made this. Because of course I did. There's a weapon where Mega Man just does a hook kick. And I misnomer it, actually, because it creates a crescent attack, and so I call it crescent kick. But that's clearly not a crescent kick. It's a similar motion to a hook kick, but Mega Man is facing away from the target with his upper body. Ooh, Serpent Man looks pretty good. He keeps his upper body facing away from his target, and he's clearly like chambering his leg, like right there. That's not a crescent kick, that's a hook kick. But he's going to be creating a crescent projectile, and so I had to call it crescent kick. But anyway, that's something that nobody asked. And I think I added this flare, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there was anything online that had this. I think I made that custom. Brother's trying to make a board game, more of a war game with card game elements. Been tasked with card ideas since you have more experience playing card games. I hope you're having fun with that. Yeah. These are all the Mega Man sprites. I think this is mostly set. Like, I don't think I need anything else. That's the nice thing about a potential fan game, is that, especially if you're making a fan game of an NES series, not only is everything, like, most of the things that you need already out there, but they're also simple, so if you need to do things custom, then it's not gonna bust your back if you have experience with art and stuff. But yeah, that's the sneezes and the kick and everything. Serpent Man, I think, still needs... Okay, what if I do this? I think that possibly helps a little bit. Is that the golf game? Yeah. Neo Turf Masters. Okay, if I put those highlights there, then they risk clashing with the outlines that I'm putting on the gauntlets. Yeah, sorry if I've missed any chat, by the way. You liked the dark bluish / gold combo visually, but it definitely read more as stately than hyper. Yeah. Yeah, I think if I keep the entire vibe brighter, like making the inner legs that bright blue, I think feels more like her. I think she's like the most energetic, the most upbeat of the cast, of the cast of Robot Masters. Jammer Woman's very intense. She's also got a lot of energy, but in a much more controlled, reserved way. She's more the assassin intensity. Serpent Man, I have to... Brooding, but with a childlike... Beneath it all, a childlike need for being in somebody's lap. I don't know. I think he's looking pretty good. It was a rough start, but I think we've gotten there. I just described myself. That's very funny that you say that, because I was intending to describe Kurt and like different parts of Kurt and Argay, and I basically relate very, very strongly to all of the Woodlings, basically. After I met the Woodlings, Sarah was like the only one that felt unpredictable to me. And then I found out she was the one who didn't come from a part of Celine's life, which made it was immediately like, yeah, that makes sense. To anybody who's confused, I'm talking about close friends. So I feel like Serpent Man is kind of inspired by two headmates of a close friend. While still kind of pretty much having his own look. And I kind of like that. The tail... I do kind of like the gradient-ish look. Activity crossbreeding experiments! Yes, this is the love child of Kurt and Arday. I'm glad the head spikes look inviting. Excuse me. Based on what I've described him having, personality of having, he would probably appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna save this. It's been an hour, my goodness. This has been nice. I hope you're all enjoying so far. Thank you all for being here. You're referring to Kingslayer's activity. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay, because I missed Kingslayer's message. Still at a base concept, but the idea is he wants a game that plays like Warhammer, his hobby of choice. If you don't know how that plays, I'll explain. But also wanted cards you could play to interact with outcomes like Magic the Gathering. My hobby of choice. Oh, we're combining our... Okay, we're combining our hobbies and seeing if it works. Now I see. Okay. I'm glad it's been a pleasant hour. So I guess we have 3. And then there were 3. Now normally there would only be 6, or only be 5 more, but because I'm kind of putting 2 Robot Masters into one, theoretically, a punching one and a kicking one, I have 6 more. But this has been fun, so... I mean, this is kind of just like a therapeutic activity, so... I just thought it'd be fun to stream it and see if people like it. Okay. So we've got 3 more lithe-looking designs here. I feel like I should have a tank. Is that Gale Man? Maybe Kinesis Man? Because I think Punch Man and Tachyon Man are going to both need to be, like, very mobile. Phantom Man as well. So I think it... Yeah, and Cinder Woman's gonna be mobile as well. So I think it has to be Gale Man or Kinesis Man. It could be... Because if I make Gale Man the tank, then I think it's gonna be automatically reminiscent of Wind Man. Well, that depends. It doesn't necessarily have to be true. I haven't made it yet. And I think a bulkier... kind of goofier design would work better with the sneeze anyway. But I just... Gale is just such a cool word. I see Gale Man and I think Harpuya from Mega Man Zero. Punching plus kicking plus red? So... Since 2018, I thought the Punching Robot Master's name had to be One Punch Man. Because, God, how could you not do that? I think it's just an opportunity that needs to be taken. But also, that would probably get me killed or sued, which is mostly the same thing. So I think I would probably not name it One Punch Man and keep the consecutive Mega Punches as the weapon name and these colors to, like... But if I do that, then people would be like, One Punch Man was right there, why didn't you do it? I could always just do it and then, you know, better to ask forgiveness and permission, but I don't want to be sued for the rest of my life. Gale Man makes you think of the northwestern British Isles. Singular kick man. Yeah, my idea for the kicking Robot Master has been Taekyon Man, because that is the Japanese martial art that Taekwondo comes from. It's the original, like, super kicking focused martial art. And I feel like that isn't referenced very often. And I think I think that's just a really cool word. This is how it's spelled. Uno punitazo hombre. No, yes. Just randomly, it's the only Robot Master in any Mega Man game, official or fan game, at least in the English version, where the master isn't named man, they're named hombre. Uno punitazo hombre. Messing around with plastic bricks formed together to make one big complicated brick. Goals. Unique Strike Man would be a suitably parodic alternative with bonus polysemy on unique. Yeah. Yes. Unique Strike Man. Yeah, I was thinking Strike, but there already is a Striker Man in Mega Man 10, and that's the baseball Robot Master. El hombre del punetazos. You have no idea. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if Mink Bones was beating you to the punch there. El hombre del punetazos. And I don't really... I do my best trying to say words of other language. Not sure. Okay. We can work together. If we all put our heads together. Too forcefully, it will hurt. The man of punches. Sweet. We can work together if we put all our fingers together to form a single fist. We did it. We did it. Guys, we accomplished it. We've worked together. I'm so proud of all of us. I'd like to thank the Academy. Yes, Mink Bones, yes! Okay. Man, I love all the Robot Master designs from Mega Man 6. Which, again, that's a statement that might make people in the know say, hmm? Yes, I know, I can't help it, I'm sorry. I think Flame Man and Tomahawk Man are so fucking cool, I always have, I'm sorry. I should probably work on that. But, like, since I was 3 years old, I thought they were the coolest ones. For context, the only real theme is the units are these little clay mud soldiers, so I went with that and have been making jokes. Reform the line! Reform the line! Mass Effect is in my brain now. Evasive maneuvers and crack defense. Okay, that's great. Yeah, Dr. Wily didn't work on that, so why should I? Yeah, Dr. Wily just does his thing. He just does what he wants. He lives his best freaking life. I was thinking the plot of this game would sort of go into the more melancholy reality of what Dr. Wily does every single game, which is like steal all these robots who are just made to have domestic purposes and stuff and just have a good time. And then he just, like, ruins their lives. But I don't think I should be that depressing. Like, I don't have to be that depressing when I think about Dr. Wily all the time. Like, I can have the game go into that, but Dr. Wily's, I mean, the dudes, they knew from game one that one of the best running things to always hit the fans with is the every time woo 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 eyebrows. That's who Dr. Wily is. He's goofy, he's silly, and he's living his best life. And you know what? It doesn't have to be a bad thing to like go after some of Dr. Wily's energy in your life. Just if you've got a thing that makes you feel good that you just want to do over and over, you should. Don't let anybody stop you. If they stop you, then just do it again. I mean, without the doing harm thing, which is the main thing of Dr. Wily, that it's like, but do no harm, take no shit. If you got a thing you love, do it over and over again, even if people stop you. Especially if you're not doing any harm. Anyway. Gale. Sure, let's try Gale, man. Eyebrows may or may not be a scrap name for the Safari browser, whatever the case. Those of you who use it may now think of that every time you open it. Eyebrows! Thank you very much. But yes, that was a very long-winded way of attempting to agree with Zyzy. I love Blizzard, man. His frickin' beanie and gloves. And we got a size reference here. And shape reference. So we're going with our tank for Gale Man. Windman has the fans for shoulders. And Airman has the fan for the entire body. Yeah, so Airman is another tank type robot master with the wind theme. So we could just have a hulking dude. Like Stone Man. And have that kind, like Concrete Man as well. But yeah, if anybody thought I made sense there, then great, thank you. Let's see here. Yeah, we can still... I feel like we can still have him look cool. Look as cool as Gale sounds. But he doesn't have to be taken super seriously. As a rule. You enjoyed the sense that was made. Thank you. Cuboidal with Easter Bunny ears instead. I'll think about it. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was very funny. I can make a custom enemy that's like that. I hope you have a very comforting Dead to the World for 9 hours or so. Thanks for stopping by. Ooh, we could even go null-ish, like a monstrous form here. Mega Man Legends. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, people the name people would get more would be Apollo, yeah. Null is an original character who Apollo was based on. This could be a bird. That could give us the wind theming. Usually, like, you got Tengu Man, and he's like the super cool guy, twinkish, Storm Eagle vibes. A stork kind of fella. Possibly. I feel like this. No, you know, his foot. It's gonna be facing the other way, if anything. I'm not keeping with Snowy. I was just using Blizzard Man as a kind of a size reference. If this isn't a mistake / if it doesn't matter, ignore. But set to music as a category. Thank you. Yeah, that's a mistake. My bad. I knew there was one thing I was forgetting. I changed it on YouTube, but not Twitch. Thank you very much. This is wind-themed Robot Master, not ice. I do not currently have plans for any ice-themed masters. I've got electricity kind of as an afterthought. Speed is the main focus. Like, her main theme is speed, her secondary theme is electricity. Galeman is a tank with air theming. Jammer Woman is mainly music theming. I think I was thinking having her be electric themed as well. But she... Azure is big into water. I don't know how I would merge those things. I don't think I will. But she's like well-rounded precision music. This is a tank with air. Serpent Man... Where is he? Oh, I used that same... Let me open up Serpent Man again. There you are. Could be water. I have to think about more of these themes. His weapon was... Serpent Twister. Yeah, I think... Because I think he used to be... No, actually, the Twister weapon was originally... Anyway. Anyway. We'll get to these things when they come up. You should have a metadata check. Channel point reward. That's a good idea. I probably should too, honestly. Today's been a silly day. Welcome. I hope you're feeling good about what you've done. Yeah, I'm excited to check that out. I must snooze now. I'm glad you had a good time. Have a wonderful snooze. Catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. I think I already said that. But it's true. Your eyes could be like that. That sounded like the Kirby, like, arena music for a moment. So do we go bird here? Maybe. Maybe. Big Bird! Serpent Twist... Or, no, the Serpent Twister... Gale Sneeze. Okay. Blue? Blue/gray. I could make you a deeper blue. My favorite melody in Ninja Gaiden 1. Temporarily slightly more difficult to type. My bad. Love that tune. Made a little truce that neither of you would play Gears E-Day until you both could in co-op, since it's kind of his fault you love the series so much. Gears E-Day? I've never heard of that before. That's, an earlier message you said there's Gears E-Day Modern Warfare 5? Clans? There's a lot of stuff coming up, yeah. I'm so behind on everything. Only hitting you how honestly excited you are for this year. Okay. I missed all of those. I'm sorry. I got to them eventually. I feel like you... probably have this going on. Mech Warrior. Okay, yeah, I was like, I don't know if there's like another series that has games called Modern Warfare. You have wings. I mean, that seems like an odd question. Is Burb. Okay. Maybe your head is the same color.
You're listening to Rhythm and Pixels Radio.
You want me to say that?
Yes, please.
Oh, crap! We're listening to Rhythm and Pixels Radio.
I'm glad you're having a good time vibing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 colors already. We gotta keep that in mind. Those look more like bat wings. Honestly, we don't have to have the gray, do we? Love that. doesn't... That's a bit more Mega Man-y. Yeah. And... Of course, I've ended up with a lot of animal-based Robot Masters already. Bolt Woman is the only non-animal-based one so far. Got a squad of Mavericks pulling up right now. Yeah, those wings are a bit bat-like. I think I need to work on that. I think maybe all I need to do is maybe this. I should freaking save this thing at some point. Beak is still a little weird. I like it. He's so tall, I can't put his name... I have to increase the canvas height again to put his name in there. I don't know about the racer stripes. Initially, this was here. do something like... Oh, Lord. Because Blizzard Man, like, they do have, like, a bunch of little details on their torsos sometimes. Something like that. Beak is still not quite right. Do we even... I feel like it needs something. Never in your life did you think you'd be researching pottery for dad jokes, but you have learned that there are certain types of clay pots called crocs, and have made crocodiles. This doesn't help with the cards at all, but it's still funny to you. You know, this is the spirit. This is the spirit. I approve. I like it. I could make the wings white. Don't put those on. Make the wings white. It's a bit of a jarring contrast, though. I can adjust the wings later, maybe. This is a good baseline, I think. And I have to increase the height of this freaking... canvas again. Or I could bring everything down. That makes a lot more sense. There you are. Alright, we got 4 now. Only one of them is not based on an animal. It's funny how that happened. I don't know if I would have done this the same way in 2018. Probably. It's probably something similar. We do have a tank now to put some visual thematic variance in there. She's the skinniest. She's a little bit blocky, but that's mostly like, you can't really see her midsection because she's holding the guitar. This is obvious. And this is a more crooked form to kind of add a little bit more visual variance, because this looks planigrade, this does not. I think pulling at my mind next is Cinder Woman. But I kind of, part of me wants to leave that for next time, so I can have another one I'm really looking forward to for next time. What about Phantom Man, maybe? Phantom Man sounds fun. We've got the Puncher and Kicker, Kinesis Man. Those are the only 4 left of the 8 robots. Yeah, I've already broken the rule of different eye color. I'm pretty sure no NES/NES styled or classic Mega Man game ever uses anything but black eyes. And especially in this version, there's no reason to do it because I removed that color. No, it's still there, but still, it's not really that different enough. That just looks more Mega Man-y. Here, like, I'm trying to show a divide there. With the snout, it's kind of interesting trying to balance that. We'll think about it. Phantom Man. Little guys. Oh my goodness. You know what, let's try Kinesis Man next, because I'm looking forward to Cinder Woman and Phantom Man. I want to have those to look forward to next time, because I think I'll do one more right now. We're doing a good job here. So do I just make frickin' Kadabra? Oh, hello. No one knows this tune. One of the most underrated video game tunes of all time. start with this. So the weapon has pink and blue. I don't know if Kinesis Man is actually going to be colored like that. Cadaver with a hat. Let's just... What is this from? This is from Mega Man 2, in case that wasn't a joke. Can do... Ooh. Ooh, hang on. Things are happening right now. Yeah, this is one of the most popular tunes on the NES, on the entire NES library. To many, this is synonymous with the Mega Man franchise. This is like the Mega Man tune. And to many people, Mega Man 2 is the Mega Man game, and the Mega Man 2 soundtrack is the Mega Man soundtrack. I've never been as into the instrumentations and harmonizations in the Mega Man 2 soundtrack, even from a very young age. But I do really like it. And I think it does have some of the catchiest tunes in the franchise. I kind of like this pose here. I might just steal it. Mega Man 6 has my favorite soundtrack, because I think it just has so much variance and depth to its sound all the way through. And I've always felt that way since I was a young child, but... there isn't a soundtrack or game from the entire classic Mega Man run that I don't really like, that I don't think is like just pretty awesome. I think we also keep this look here. Yeah. So now, yeah, we have... yeah. Nightman was actually the perfect reference here, because now we can make this, like, cloak look. And Nightman has that draping armor. Here's another Mega Man tune. Mega Man 3. Another one of my absolute favorites in the franchise. Soundtrack and general game. Little Fort. Yeah. I do like that. I haven't heard that part of the tune in a while. Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to that part of the tune. That's interesting. So what am I doing wrong here? Something's not right at all. Even after I just, like... Alright, mute Makash. Yeah, yeah. Time zones. This stream needs more hat. I failed. Well, I mean, this is a hood. That's like a hat. Give me that one. Come on. You know you know, I don't know if you know you want to. But you could. Just think about that. You absolutely could do that. But you don't have to. Have a good night. Unspecified time of day. Looking like the Fire Lord over here. I think we... yeah, keep the arms like that. So we keep selling the poofy sleeved look. Yeah, Ozai, even Ozai would be jealous. Do we do this? eye shape. What color do we make you? Because again, these are the colors of the side bullet. I feel like you're gonna have a covered mouth. I feel like it's... Phantom Man could have that covered mouth look. Maybe we do leave that for Phantom Man. I don't know. Vary the skin tones a bit. Yeah. Yep, okay. I like what I'm seeing. I think this design needs something else. Because right now, it doesn't look as Mega Man as much as it looks enemy and I wanna be the guy. So... yeah, let's try and sell that that's armor. Maybe we need to concede that being part of the clothing look. To try and get armor in here better. Maybe it's also the fact that I'm kind of using a skin tone color. But I mean, Boltwoman is as well. But I feel like it needs something. Yo, Ice, how's it going? Alright. Have a good drive. Thanks for saying hi. Good to see you. Yeah, safe travels. Right, yeah, right on. Oh yeah, but now we could get more leg lean. That might help. Oh! Thank you so much for giving Apollo a potion. When you go to type Pokemon, you keep accidentally typing with the accented K instead. Wild.
You're listening to Rhythm and Pixels Radio.
Would it be fine to redeem something? It depends on what the redeem is. Like if it's a shirtless stream, I'm planning on ending soon, so you wouldn't get a ton of value from that. If it's like an art request, then that's what those are for. I would take them down if I weren't wanting to do them. Yeah, chances are if it's on there, then I'm okay with it. So, sure thing. I kind of like that white. Yeah, I like that additional white there between, like, on the sleeves. Maybe we do. One of the big ones. Yeah, that's why they're there. If it's like the biggest one, I mean, no, I mean it could the Diminish art request could be about anything related to Diminish. Could have any of those characters. You associate the modifier with the entire syllable. I wonder if it's because I'm subdividing the word based on Japanese rules. Interesting. Thank you for asking. You didn't have to, necessarily, but I do appreciate it as well. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have asked at all. That's okay. All right, I'm ready. What if we did? That is interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for redeeming Diminish Art Request, Neon. In one of these upcoming streams, I will get to it. You can whisper me a prompt of what you want me to draw. I do reserve the right to reject or ask for different things. But then I can get to that in another stream. Possibly next stream, we'll see. And I really should change that to be one of the prompt requests, so people can type it in right there, although it might be too short for people. Macedonian, ooh. Interesting. This is one of the cleanest ones I think I've made so far. I had no idea what to do with him at first. Thank you, Ursatz. Yeah, this one was already done before stream. This one was already done before stream, although she still looks a little awkward to me in some ways. I might need to shorten her torso. Maybe shorten her torso a little bit more. I already have. She used to be really gangly in early parts of the design. But then she's like almost doing the splits. 1 pixel makes such a huge difference. Yeah, these were already done before stream. Then I did this on stream. I did this. Where's Serpent Man? I used Serpent Man again, didn't I? Where is Serpent Man? It's just Gale Man again. Serpent... Okay, let's just do this as God intended. Serpent Man. Yeah, she doesn't look super... Yeah, she does. You're absolutely right. She looks more Shovel Knight than she does Mega Man. I think you're absolutely right. The others have a very Mega Man Robot Master look. But she looks like she's from Shovel Knight. But we're making progress here. Ooh, yes. Yes, I like that. that little bit of white there on the trim, I think, makes a huge difference. Ready to slide the prompt? Yeah, sure, you can whisper it to me. Or you can put it here if you want, but if you put it in whispers, then it's easier to, like, reference it later. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Ursatz. And I could do the stereotype and have a like a spoon. He could be holding a spoon. Because this is like the telekinetic. Okay, I think I know what I can try here. Oh, she could be wearing goggles. Or, like, big glasses. That's, oh, that's kind of cute. Giant glasses? It did kind of feel like something was missing with her, too. Interesting. I'm gonna let that sit. Because I don't know just how readable it is. Like maybe if I... Now she Angie. Now she looks more Mega Man. So there's that. Oh, that was layer 8. Okay. So yeah, she could be wearing goggles. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Alright, thank you for the good luck, Ursats. Yeah, and thanks for having me think about this a bit more. 'Cause I feel like I'm getting a little somewhere with it now. Yeah, the Angie goggles. Cool. It's at least something to really think about. Why do I feel like this reminds me heavily of something? The color scheme... Like, I feel like this really looks like somebody. Those colors with that skin tone and that overall vibe. Oh, that's okay, Neon. I should be fine. Maybe a Marvel character? There's some comic booky thing happening here, I think, maybe. I'm hitting purples a lot. Yeah, most of my Robot Masters are in the blues to reds. Shuri? Haven't heard of that. Only know her from Marvel Snap. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I like that prompt, Neon. Yeah, I'll get to it sometime, hopefully soon. One last dad joke. You'll make a card that draws other cards and call it Glaze Over. Then to make sure the joke works, you'll make the art a little clay guy reading a pile of books. Thank you. Like the Robot Masters. Either yeah, Kinesis Man... I had no idea what I was going to do going into it. I mean, it's the same... Aside from Jammer Woman, which I did her first, because I knew exactly what I wanted to do with her, all the others... At best, I had a vague idea. I had a vague idea of, like, the shape of her, like, she was going to be skinnier and less bulky, which is This sounds like saying the same thing, but like I meant with her gauntlets and greaves and stuff. Usually those are way rounder and more bulbous, like this, in a Mega Man sprite. But with she's way more streamlined. But yeah, all the ones I've drawn today, I didn't quite know exactly what I was gonna do. But especially with Kinesis Man, I had no idea. And this is one of the cleanest ones, I think. Yes, Dropbox/OneDrive backup 4. Oh yes, that's merely the beginning. That's merely the beginning. I would have to agree with you, of course. Hey Teal, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Cool. Serpent Man, I think, needs some cleaning. But I like that start. Galeman, the one thing might be the white on the head might be too much of a contrast. She's fine. I'll still think about that what's going on with her eyes. I could give him, like, hair covering one eye. I don't know how to really make that sell. That does add something nice, but it's really hard to have that stand out. It doesn't look as clean if I do that. Yeah, it does just kind of feel like it needs one more thing. Maybe just that much hair? Maybe. And that could also just be shading from the hood. I'll leave that for now. Reading about some 1970s-ish OSs, especially those used at the MIT AI lab recently in their highly divergent path name syntaxes. That wouldn't surprise me. That's such a drastic change in her look, that's for sure. That helps. Maybe we actually do keep that black. I should have just said replace color. Too late now. I think that lavender plays better. My name is Matthew Patel! Maybe that's it, honestly, especially now that I add the hair. Maybe. Synthesizer Patel from Look Around You. I haven't, become exposed to that. I was trying to figure out how to say that I didn't know about that, and I said it in one of the weirdest possible ways. Whew. This has been nice. Just happy to have Matthew Patel brought back into your brain. It's been too long since you gave Scott Pilgrim a watch. Scott Pilgrim... Shoot, what's the new show called? I binge-watched the new show, and I think that it went above and beyond and was very good. Takes off. Yeah, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. I do recommend if you're a fan of the series, the franchise. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's really, really good. Heavily enjoyed. All right. So, that was really nice for me. I really hope you all enjoyed that stream. I really appreciate you hanging out. It was nice, very much in part thanks to all of you being awesome and cool and nice and supportive. So thank you for that. We've got 4 out of 9. Or no, 5. 5 out of 9. For some reason, I keep forgetting about Serpent Man, which makes me feel terrible, because I was talking about how that's the one that's, like, inspired by Friends. Oh my lord. Yeah, we've got something brewing here. I might change Kinesis Man's colors, because, yes, something about that mauve and purple feels exactly like another design. So I kind of want to shake that. But I don't know. I really like those colors, honestly. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you all so much. I'll be back. Next stream, I'll probably at least get started on Neon's request. Diminish Art request. It sounds like a pretty simple one. I should be able to knock that out fairly quickly, even if I add color, which I might. I might at least add flat color, because it should be pretty simple. And then I'll probably do more of these, but until then, I wish all of you the very best that life has to offer. Have a beautiful one. Dream on, friends. Peace. I'm rating Yell's Rake. Always super nice and chill and cool. Enjoy. Have fun.